Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Sims 3 Create Your Cat series. Today we're just doing a couple cats. I did roll for, I did roll to see randomly on the submitted cats via that submission form. I am totally losing my train of thought. Wow. I did roll for the, for the submission form that I had made, seeing which cats. The person I had rolled for only submitted one cat, and on the list of repeat submitters as well, because I'm going through that, the cats that were submitted before I made the form. There was the next person also only submitted one cat, so we're just doing two cats this time. After we're done, we'll probably go in and do some story screenshot stuff for the Tumblr page, so feel free to check that out at some point, the Tumblr page. Anyway, for those of you who don't know what the Create Your Cat series is, or are new to anything that I do, the Create Your Cat series is basically what I do is I take cats that you guys, the viewers, have submitted, and I do my best to try and create them within The Sims 3. And these can be cats that you made up, these can be your original characters, they can be based off of cats that you own, they can basically be whatever, they can be based off of fictional characters, like we literally have a Sans cat here. This is something I downloaded off the Sims 3 gallery, technically, but still, my point stands. And at a later date, or actually I should probably do this, when I'm done making the cats today, because I keep saying I need to do this and I forgot. At a later date, your cats will be added to the Sims 3 world. Into the world with the cats that you guys have some... to my Sims 3 Warrior Cats world, where, they might show up as, a little bit of a cameo. They might show up in the background, maybe they'll be added to a clan, maybe they'll just show up and disappear. There's a chance that your cat might not appear because they do get rotated out, however. Some of the cats get added, others do get removed, just to kind of keep the number of cats in the world at kind of even level. But, hopefully they do make an appearance. They will be added to the world, I can promise that much. And anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just start because I am very out of practice and keep tripping over my words and just need to get into this. So, the first cat... Oh my gosh, my phone just keeps... Okay, first cat was submitted by Sundune Feather and is named Bittersweet. So let's go ahead and get into that. So Bittersweet is a Molly, so... we'll hit that. She is female but accepts any pronouns, so gonna keep that in mind. Let's see, she is a loner, so... Loner, there we go. Let's see, physical appearance. Short, silky red-brown with darker blotched tabby markings, white chest, belly, and legs. Both her eyes are pine green. She is slender and of average height, but a tiny bit on the tall side. Bittersweet is an interesting name. Yeah, it is a really interesting name. I like it, though. So, she is... a tall cat with with short fur. So... that is, way too short. What would be a good base for you? That's a bit more on the short side. That's a good base for a cat that's more on the tall side, I think. We're definitely going to be changing up the pattern, of course. So let's see. Silky red-brown. So, kind of... pull that down more towards a brown color. A little bit more, maybe. think I'm holding it a little bit too close to the red, actually. That can work for a base, and we can kind of, like, lighten it up. We could literally just, like, use the same coloration, actually. Is that even the same color? Okay, we can do something like that. There we go. We've got something like that on one side. On the other side, let's kind of like make it a little bit more uneven, I think. I kind of want to play a little bit more with unique stuff. There's something I was looking at some of the older cats I've made in the past. A red velvet cake cat. Kinda. I was looking at some older cats I've made in the past and kind of like was remembering some other unusual kind of things I did, just kind of in the fur, just kind of break up like the single solid color. Let's see, blotched, darker blotched tabby markings. There's like something here that gives like, yeah, we've kind of got a stripe color there going on. Go ahead and take that and kind of darken that. We can also pull that like lighter. Might actually pull that down. Opacity on these is going to be pulled down. Okay. And then tabby markings, because that's what it says. Darker blotched tabby markings. Like, that kind of has, like, a blotched appearance to it. I'm gonna pull it more towards, like, a reddish color, or... Gonna grab that. Pull it back up. Gonna just kind of generally darken that first. And on top of that... Oh, that's interesting. I forgot that this was even a pattern. If I lower the opacity on this... This is something I didn't even remember existed. Hello. This could also be kind of fun to kind of have, like, as more background coloration, but... Another kind of blotchy pattern somewhere. This one's like definitely a blotchy pattern. I'm actually gonna pull this one underneath and make it more solid. We can definitely kind of tweak this one, kind of play around with it. It's a very different look, actually. Not bad, just very different. This actually is a lot of fun to kind of play with. I can... Actually, if I pull this one up on top... This does make for a very unusual... Looks very cool. Yeah, I really like this, actually. very different, but very fun. And I think on top of this, it's just kind of do general kind of ticked markings, just because why not? Kind of adds to the fur a little bit like that. And I'm also going to do a couple of the paws kind of having a sort of faded, darker look, just so it kind of blends in a bit. Okay. Maybe the ears? I don't know about the ears. Actually, yeah, I'll probably do the ears too. Where are the ear markings? There. Alright, all kind of like blends together like that. And then she has a white chest, belly, and legs. So, coming up here, let's go to the chest. You can kind of bring that up like that. It's kind of a creamy color. We can pull a little bit towards there. Brighten it up. Like so. That marking just goes all the way to the chin. It's... I really wish that there was like a wider variety of markings for like the chest and the belly, because there's so much I could do, but like just doesn't... Oh, and legs. She has white legs. I totally missed that. So let's go ahead and give you one long sock there. Another long sock there. Sock on that foot. And a sock on that foot. I might actually do like one of the four paws, like... This really does look like a red velvet cat. I love it. Let's see. Fur length. I think her fur pattern is pretty good like this. Fur length, basically kind of like this. Can mix short in with it. Let's see, silky fur, like so. It's pretty simple, all things considered. And let's see, she is slender, of average height, but a little bit on the tall side. So we can go to cat size and just barely tweak this. And body thickness. Pull that in a little bit. I already really just love the way she looks. We can make her a little longer, maybe. She really is a very pretty cat. We can make her tail a little longer. Okay. Ears, do I want to do anything with? tiniest bit of flop. Ear shape will also shrink them down a little bit to average. That kind of works. Let's see, her eyes are a pine green color, so let's go ahead. Not yellow, let's go to like more of a green tone. And this can kind of be like so. That actually does look like really cool, in all honesty. Eye depth, I'd probably have to like pull to the side. Brow height, kind of tweak that upwards. Can't go over how pretty and cool. Aw, thank you! Thank you! To be fair, I have taken a lot of inspiration from watching like other people kind of do the same sort of thing, and also like it does take a bit of practice too, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Let's see, brow depth. Okay, I think that kind of works. Kind of tweak the muzzle a bit. Bridges. There we go. I think that this really works for her. Yeah, I think that this works for Bittersweet. So, let's go over to personality. So, for Bittersweet's personality, she is extremely extroverted, but tends to pick verbal and physical fights with those around her. She can disagree with the simplest of things, also very smart and cautious, better at fighting than hunting, and also very sarcastic. She takes things too seriously. So, aggressive is like one of the first things that kind of that pops up, comes to mind. Not necessarily like she's like she tends to pick verbal and physical fights with those around her, will disagree with the simplest of things. Yeah. She's also very smart and cautious. So, genius comes to mind. Takes everything too seriously. Let's see, I'm not sure. Also extremely extroverted. We can do noisy as well to kind of go along with it. To kind of go along with the fact that like she tends to pick verbal fights. She's extremely extroverted. That kind of works. And we'll take note of the fact that she takes everything too seriously for if she appears in the world, so... I'll go ahead and add noisy. Let's give her a slightly higher voice. And Bittersweet... Okay, hang on. Oh, her background. I almost forgot about the background. So, her background is that she grew up very friendly and popular. Her parents always took her to a local park where others took their cats too. She got quite a reputation, but it started turning into a bad thing. Other cats got jealous of her, and eventually she got in fights. One of her best friends, Lightstrike, even got in a fight with her, and she had to tell her parents that she was unsafe at that park. Her parents decided to move far into the forest, and they taught her to be defensive. She didn't fully pick up on it, as she was still extroverted and couldn't be alone. Eventually, she got older, and so did her parents. They told her that she should move away from them and find a new mate or group to stay in. She wandered and eventually found a valley to settle in, with many cats and 3 big clans, as they called them. She is very interested in finding a group to stay in, or a mate, even if it's just a short term, because she cannot stand to be alone. I do think that that's very sweet. Any other details? She has not yet discovered her sexuality. So, she is, for now, she is heteroflexible. So, okay. So, Bittersweet was submitted by, not L, there we go, Sun Dune Feather. Hang on. So thank you so much, Sun Dune Feather, for submitting Bittersweet. And that's the only cat that Sun Dune Feather submitted here. So I'm going to move on to the next cat from the list of cats that were submitted back before I made the submission form. So let's add another cat. So now the next cat was submitted by Rose Star named Berry Fur. So Berry Fur is an ex-clan cat. So and is a Tom, so male. Description. Red Tom with black dots strewn across his pelt, with black lynx tufted ears and green eyes. He has long fur, a pink nose, and a black tail tip. So let's go ahead. It's kind of like lynxy looking cat. What kind of cat has a very lynxy look to them? I could always just use the same one that I use for Maine Coon. Kind of works. Berry Fur sounds like a cute name. Yeah. Could always use like this for kind of like lynxy look. Just something like the general body shape kind of. Siberian body shape actually would work for a more lynxy looking cat. So let's go with that, I think. We'll go with... Oh my gosh, I just realized that the sad kit music is playing. This is the music I always play when bad stuff happens to kits. Okay, anyway, let's see, Red Tom with black spots, so we'll go ahead and kind of pull you towards kind of... like a kind of ginger color. Don't want to be like super like neon, but I also want it to be at least like somewhat natural. This is a little on the more unnatural side. I'm pretty sure like once I like add additional like coloring and stuff, it'll like kind of... it'll start to look better once I add like more like natural coloring and stuff. Like my usual thing. I'm gonna go ahead and actually start doing that because I want to see... we do something like... go ahead, pull this up, make it darker, tweak it, lower the opacity. Still a bit more of an unusual coloration. Actually, that works. Like, if I tweak it like that, that works. And then on top of that, I can add, like... some markings that are a lot more, like... It's gonna be interesting. Trying to get, like, a red cat. I'm out of practice, basically. It's kind of what I think I'm out of practice with this, but I'm also just trying to, like... I'm trying to have fun with it, but I'm also out of practice. I might be able to, like, pull this... That is, like, way too neon. Could, like, darken it a bit. That actually helps. Darkening the fur kind of helps. I can kind of, like, pull it slowly like that. Yeah. Yeah, that works. That actually looks better, honestly. Kind of pull that even more towards the red, darken that a little bit more, lower the opacity on that. So that works. And then black dots kind of strewn across the pelt. I think what I can do to start off with is we can start off with kind of the spot markings. Pull it more towards the red right there. Like so. I think underneath the fur I'm gonna have even darker black spots. Or what I can do, actually, is I can take that. Lower the opacity there. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some spots. So... some of these are going to be kind of scattered, like, everywhere throughout the fur. I'm also going to, like, change up what kind of spots I use at some points as well. There. There's also this, which I can use. We can actually kind of like mix things up a little bit like this. Well, I should like shrink down the spots on the face for sure. Kind of works like that. Kind of bring these down on the leg. If I'm a little quiet right now, it's because I'm just placing a ton of spots. There's not a whole lot of action to be had here. I need to get like more spots on this side, honestly, though. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. I'm hearing somebody outside my room playing the piano. Oh dear. Probably do a couple spots on the tail as well. I'm also gonna like lower the opacity on this. But just kind of like I'm doing something unusual, basically, is what I'm trying to do here. Let's see. Oh, and my phone turned off, and that's got like all the information for berry fur. I feel like I need to do something. I don't know. I feel like maybe like berry fur is already looking good. I feel like I need to do like something else, like just at least here. Maybe not pink, but just kind of. It didn't say anything about like having any markings, but like it's just easier to do that. Well, it did say black tufted ears, so where's the ears? There. We can't really do tufted ears, but we can do that. I think like just like that chest marking kind of like makes it all look better. I'm also gonna do kind of a belly marking as well. Just gonna bring that down below the fur for the most part, actually. Kind of helps. We'll also do kind of faded lighter color for the paws, I think. It'll just like it helps. It definitely helps. Yeah, that actually looks much better now. Honestly, just the chest marking helped, but like everything else also definitely. Yeah, the chest and belly markings just make it vibe. Yeah. It didn't say anything about chest or belly markings, but it just like really just brings the cat more to life. And let's see, it does say you have long fur, so you already have long fur. Can kind of mess with the density a bit. Maybe kind of mess with the curliness even, because why not? You are supposed to have tufted ears, and actually... Oh, that actually does make the ears kind of have a tufted-ish look. If you can kind of like see like right around the ears. Like you can kind of like see a bit of texture on the ears. It kind of helps. Can't do like the full lynx tuft, but it helps. It helps. So I think that that's good for Berry Fur's fur. Then let's go to the rest of the body. Alright. You are a very cute cat, so let's see. Doesn't say anything about size. I might, just for the heck of it, kind of slightly tweaking short legs, because why not? It doesn't say what clan, but let's see. We can make you slightly smaller, maybe. Body length is kind of... That kind of works. Next scale, we can kind of leave as is. I think for the most part, everything here is kind of fine, but let's go to like the head and face. Ears, definitely kind of want to make them more pointed, for sure. Let's bring them more to the top of the head, actually. But where is ear tip angle? We'll point them outwards and see, like, we'll say, like, that's kind of the equivalent of the lynx tuft look for now. You've definitely got a pink nose. Let's see, green eyes. So let's go ahead and make the eyes a bit more of a green color, I think. That works. I'm gonna save the color preset, because when different cats spawn in the world, like, we need more variety in, like, what they'll spawn with. How they'll look when they show up. might be able to... That already, like, just kind of changes the whole look. I do think that Berry Fur already looks pretty good, actually. I think this is probably a very good look for Berry Fur, in all honesty. So, it says for traits, quiet, shy, and hunter. I'll add those in a moment, but I'm also going to read through the personality and backstory and everything. So, personality, very laid back and reserved. He doesn't speak up much and be quite shy around new cats. He has a bit of depression due to his history and has a hard time finding optimism in things. He does love to hunt and is good at it. Maybe a loyal clan and a place to call home can bring this sad Tom joy in his life. Berry Kit also felt special compared to the other kits. His litter mates, Fern Kit, Ice Kit, and Amethyst Kit, always stuck by his side, feeling special too. Berry Kit was very playful and curious as a kit, but as he got closer to his apprenticeship, he mellowed out quite a bit. He was trained by his older sister Lightpelt and became an excellent hunter, finding joy in the exhilaration of the hunt. His life was crushed, however, when his mother lost her life to Greencough, only a few days before Berry Paw would become a warrior. He was devastated so much that the next night he slipped away into the shadows, escaping from the painful memories he had in the clan. He became depressed from his mother's death and regrets leaving his clan, but he knows if he goes back it would still be hard. He wanders as a loner and finds himself staying near other clans' territories. He is very lonely, after all. Alright. Definitely had a hard life there. And so you are quiet, shy, and a hunter. So, hunters, right there. Shy. Aww. Aww. And quiet. So there we go with those two. Bittersweet and Berry Fur. So, Berry Fur was submitted by Rose Star. So let me go ahead and put submitted by Rose Star. So thank you so much, Rose Star, for submitting Berry Fur. So that gives us Bittersweet and Berry Fur. Oh, hello, Lucky. Oh yeah, they're both very pretty cats. Yeah, I had fun making them. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me for the next episode of the Sims 3 Create Your Cat series. If you want to submit your own cat, there should be a submission form down in the description box. And if you don't want to submit your cat via this form, you're free to do so in the comments section below. It'll take me longer to get to cats submitted in the YouTube comments, but I will get to them eventually. And if you guys enjoyed, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the future. Stay safe out there, everybody!